December 1948. A tiny piece of paper was found in a dead man's pocket. It contained only two words: Tamam Shud. It is ended. Those words would become one of history's most famous unsolved clues, because the paper belonged to a man with no name, no identification, no known cause of death, and no apparent reason for carrying a hidden message. But the mystery did not stop there, because investigators soon discovered something even stranger: a code, a short series of letters, a message nobody could decode. More than 70 years later, the mystery remains unsolved. This is the story of the Tamam Shud code, a puzzle that has defeated police, cryptographers, historians, and amateur code breakers around the world. The story begins on December 1st, 1948. A man's body was discovered on content reference website, Rayu Index 0. He was well-dressed, middle-aged, and completely unidentified. Every label had been removed from his clothing, every single one. No wallet, no passport, no identification, nothing. His fingerprints revealed no matches. No one reported him missing. No family came forward. No friends recognized him. It was as if he had never existed. Then came the autopsy. The results only deepened the mystery. The man appeared healthy. There were no obvious injuries, no signs of violence, no clear disease. Poison seemed possible, yet no poison could be identified. His death remained unexplained. Then investigators made an astonishing discovery. Inside a hidden pocket in his trousers, they found a tiny rolled-up piece of paper. The words printed on it read, Tamam Shud. The phrase comes from the content reference website, Index 11. In Persian, Tamam Shud means, it is ended. It is finished. The phrase immediately fascinated investigators. Why hide these words? Why sew them into a secret pocket? Was it a suicide note? A final message? Or something else entirely? Then the mystery became even stranger. Months later, a man came forward. He had found a copy of the Rubaiyat inside his car, near Somerton Beach, on the very night before the body was discovered. The final page had been torn out. The missing words? Tamam Shud. It was a perfect match. The dead man's hidden paper came from this very book. But investigators were only beginning to uncover the mystery. Inside the back cover of the book, they found something extraordinary: a telephone number and several lines of letters. 5 lines. Apparently random. The writing looked like this: Bergobabd Mlyoy Bimpanet Mlyabwayakshi KTMT Samsgab. The letters seemed meaningless, yet they immediately attracted attention, because they looked like a code, a deliberate code, a hidden message. And if the dead man was involved in espionage, the code suddenly became extremely important. The Cold War had just begun. The year was 1948. Australia held growing strategic importance. Military research was expanding. Soviet intelligence activities were increasing. The atmosphere was filled with suspicion. Then investigators called the telephone number. It belonged to a nurse, a woman named Content Reference, Oversight, Tawawan Index 2. When police showed her the dead man's plaster death mask, witnesses said she appeared shocked, almost fainting. Yet she denied knowing him. She insisted she had never seen him before. Investigators remained skeptical. Her reaction seemed unusual. Then another discovery emerged. Years earlier, she had given a copy of the Rubaiyat to another man, a military officer named Content Reference Wayasid. Index 3. For a moment, police believed they had identified the dead man. Then they found Box all alive, and still carrying his copy. Its final page remained intact. The mystery deepened again. Then attention returned to the code. Cryptographers examined the letters. Military experts studied them. Amateur code breakers spent decades analyzing them. No one succeeded. The code resisted every attempt. Some researchers believe the letters are initials, perhaps the first letters of words in a sentence. Others think it may be a one-time pad, a highly secure encryption method often used by spies. Others believe it is merely a personal shorthand, or perhaps not a code at all. Theories multiplied. Some researchers noted repeating patterns. The letters MLIA appear twice. Could this indicate a repeated phrase, a repeated name, a repeated instruction? Nobody knows. Then came another theory. The code might represent poetry. After all, the message was found inside a Rubaiyat. Perhaps the letters referred to verses, or specific pages, or hidden meanings within the poems. Again, no evidence. Then came the espionage theory. This became one of the most popular explanations. Everything seemed suspicious. The missing labels, the hidden paper, the coded message, the unidentified poison, the false identities surrounding the case, the nurse's reaction, the early Cold War setting. The pieces looked like a spy novel. Some believed the dead man was a Soviet agent. Others believed he was British intelligence, or perhaps a courier, a messenger carrying sensitive information. But no proof exists. No intelligence agency has ever claimed him. No declassified documents have identified him. The spy theory remains only a theory. Then modern technology arrived. Computers analyzed the code. Statistical models examined letter frequencies. Machine learning systems searched for patterns. Nothing. The message remained undeciphered. This is remarkable. The code is extremely short, only 50 letters. And yet, it remains unreadable. Perhaps because it is not enough text. Cryptanalysis often requires larger samples, perhaps because the key is missing, or perhaps because the message was never intended to be decoded by outsiders. Then another possibility emerged. What if the code is meaningless? Perhaps random letters, a private reminder, a memory aid, a personal note. This theory frustrates researchers because it would mean there is no solution, no hidden message, no secret, only coincidence. Yet many refuse to accept this, because the circumstances feel too extraordinary. A nameless man, a hidden message, a mysterious book, a cryptic code, and a death without explanation. The elements seem too perfect, almost designed to provoke curiosity. Then came another development. In recent years, researchers proposed that the Somerton man may have been .content reference website index forno, an electrical engineer from Melbourne. The identification remains debated, but even if correct, it changes very little because the code remains unsolved, the message remains hidden, and the circumstances of his death remain mysterious. More than 70 years have passed. The paper still exists, the letters still exist, the Rubaiyat still exists, but their meaning remains unknown because the Tamam Shud code has become something larger than a puzzle. It became a symbol of secrets, of hidden identities, and of humanity's obsession with unanswered questions. A dead man with no name, a message saying, "It is ended," and a code that no one can read. Perhaps it contains instructions, perhaps names, perhaps nothing at all, or perhaps it contains the final secret of the Somerton man himself. Because the greatest mystery of the Tamam Shud code is not that nobody has solved it, it is that after more than 70 years, we still do not even know what kind of message we are looking at. A scrap of paper, 5 lines of letters, and one haunting question. If the code is ever deciphered, what truth has been waiting all this time to be revealed?